The T-80U-E1 is an 11.7 rank 7 Russian top tier MBT premium, price of $69.99. For the gun, the T-80U-E1 has a 125mm to a 46M gas-bore cannon. For the engine, you have a GTD 1250 gas turbine engine with 1250 horsepower, and you have a max forward speed of 70 kilometers an hour. For armor on the tank, you have rolled homogeneous armor on the front plate, also covered by Contact 5 ERA on the front plate, and you also have Contact 5 on the turret as well. The gun mantlet, you're running cast homogeneous armor, and then on the actual turret cheeks themselves, you're running composite armor, with its top shell being 3BM46, and it has 532mm pen. You do also get the 9M119M1, which has 850mm of pen at 0 degrees. How do I feel about the T-80U-E1? I think it's a great tank. Do I think it's worth $70? No. Please do not. I do not condone buying this, like, at all. But if you so choose to buy it, please pair it with some of the other premiums if you have them, or any of the higher level tech tree tanks, or even anti-air. I don't care, 2S25M, anything. Just pair it with something else. Pair it with either a BMP-2M or the T-80U-K for ground vehicles, and then for air, pair it with either a K-50 or an Su-39 or MiG-23ML. Just pair it with anything else and it'll be fine, but do not rely on it solely on itself. So if you're trying to buy a good grinder for Russia and everything, and you want just one vehicle or maybe two vehicles, don't buy the T-80, especially at top tier, because top tier is just a whole other machine in and of itself, and if you're not used to it, you will be humbled very quickly. And as somebody who plays top tier mainly, like, I don't like anything below like 9.3. That's kind of, I like the higher range stuff. I get humbled a lot, so don't rush into top tier with only one vehicle expecting it to work perfectly fine. You'll need a decent lineup, especially for this vehicle. It just doesn't feel like it works very well by itself. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just the kind of feeling I'm getting from it. And I played like 10 or 20 games in it just to get a feel of it again. I've played it a bunch in the past, but I just haven't touched it in a while, and I was playing it again. It just felt awful. I'm gonna be honest, it just felt terrible to play it. And you know, once I paired it with a lineup, it felt fine, and I felt more like I had some quote-unquote insurance that if I died, it didn't matter as much, and I could just get in something else. But if you are trying to decide on a Russian premium or a premium lineup to grind a top tier and everything, here's what I would do. Either A, buy the T55AM1 and the BMD4M and grind up to the respective BRs to be able to get the BMP3 and 2S25. I would either do that, or if you're wanting to buy a higher tier lineup and you have the money to do so, because it costs a lot of money to do it, buy the T-80UD, buy the 2S38, and research the BMP-2M. Please do not buy it unless you absolutely have to for some really dumb reason. Just research it and then buy the rest of your lineup, and then also put the Su-25K in that lineup, and you'll have 4 very, very strong vehicles. If you wanted to do a similar lineup for 11.7, you need the T-80U-E1, the T-80U-K, the K-50, and the Su-39. But the main problem is you have a helicopter instead of another ground vehicle in that lineup, which is fine if you want to play more air, but if you're trying to grind the ground tech tree, then a helicopter isn't really going to help you very much. The other thing I feel too is, like, this is your 10.3 lineup over here on the left, and this would be your 11.7 lineup if you like bought the lineups outright. And the other thing to factor in is if you add in the tech tree vehicles once you get to them, if you also add those to those lineups, then you also have this. And then on the right side with 11.7, you'll have this. Now, I'm not counting if you want to push yourself up to 12.0, because I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm mostly just building these for 11.0 to 11.7 lineups. I'm not including any 12.0 vehicles. Save your money. You don't need it. Let's be real here. If you do want a good lineup, buy the 10.3 lineup. You can buy the terms, the T72 terms, if you want it. I personally don't really like it anymore. I think the T-80U-D is significantly better. Another thing to note is if you do buy either the 2S38 or the T-80U-D, make sure you buy your pack vehicles first. So say you want to buy the terms and the SU-25K and the 2S38 and T-80U-D. Buy your SU-25K and your T-72 terms first, because you'll get 2,500 GE from each of them. So you'll have 5,000 GE you can at least put towards either the 2S38 or the T-80U-D, depending on what you want. That's my advice. Also, wait till sales. Like, it would help so much. I get a lot of my premium vehicles on sales and everything, so make sure to wait for sales, whether that's GE sales or pack sales. Just wait for the sales, save up your money, and just keep grinding. All in all, I think the vehicle's great, but just pair it with a lineup, and I'm sure you'll do great with it if you do decide to pick it up. And for playstyle wise, T-80U-E1 literally just plays like any other T-80 in existence. It's just a good brawling, strong turret armor, you know, fairly fast medium or MBT. It literally just, it'll do whatever you want it to do. Just beware, you have terrible gun depression, you have terrible reverse speed, so you're not going to be getting out of any situations very quickly. So be very wise in your actions when you're rushing into a POC to make sure you're aware of what else is going to be there. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the T-80U-E1 and all the advice I have for it. If you guys do want to pick it up or you have any thoughts on it, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'd love to have any discussions or chats in the comments. Anything you guys want to talk about, I think that'd be really cool. Make sure to look out for my next videos coming out hopefully either later this week or next week when I can get it out. I'll most likely be doing a video on the XM246, as that was just released, and I think it'd be quite fun, and I just got it the other day, so probably look out for a video coming out on that pretty soon. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, as I am trying to put out as much content as I can for you guys, so you guys can better your Warthunder journey. I hope you all have a great day, a great evening, great night, whenever time you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.